was actually supposed to meet two of my colleagues for lunch today, but one of them is out sick, so we ended up canceling, and I'm not mad, to be honest. I was looking forward to seeing them, but with the rain and everything, I'm actually quite happy to just stay in. Yeah, just a very regular day in my life, I guess. This week, I finally weighed myself, and let's just say, things are not looking great. The cats are all sleepy. They always sleep when it's raining. I feel like I don't have too many crazy, exciting things happening. Probably the most exciting thing today is gonna be someone coming to hopefully fix our dishwasher. I actually spent 2 hours on Sunday doing our dishes after our Thai dinner. And yeah, it made me realize that having a dishwasher is something to be very grateful for. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna work later today. Hey, hello, welcome. My name is Mareike. I'm 41 years old and I live in Berlin, Germany with my husband and our 2 fluffy cats. On this channel, I share my life as a child-free woman as well as my struggles and joys of slowly but surely getting a little bit older and just trying to be happy and healthy. This week, I'm once again tweaking my diet, and I feel like that's going to be a never-ending topic on my channel. The reality is just that I'm making adjustments, falling off track, getting back on track, almost on a weekly basis. It's nothing I obsess over, but it's still a reality that's part of my life. Other than that, I've recently been feeling like life has become pretty grown up, which I find a little bit scary. And I'm trying to share the oftentimes quite mundane reality of what that's like. So if that's something you're interested in, welcome and happy to have you on board. I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment. It's around 10 a.m. and it's so quiet out. I absolutely love just being out and about and going on a walk during the week. It's just such a different vibe from being out on the weekends. And to me, it kind of feels like freedom. It also reminds me of my time as a freelancer when I used to do that almost every single day. I did work on all sorts of different projects with different lengths and different timelines back then, so I did feel like I had more control over my time than I do now, and it does make it difficult to get out of the house sometimes. But right now I gotta say that work is pretty slow, so I'm scheduling in all these doctor's appointments to get them out of the way for when work is picking up again. I also just absolutely love wandering the streets of Berlin. I feel like it's just such a beautiful city. Obviously not all of it, but some parts are just so pretty, and especially in summer with all the trees and all the greenery. I feel like Berlin is probably one of the greenest cities I've been to, and every time I go and visit another city now, I just miss the green. This week, I finally weighed myself for the first time in probably 3 or 4 months. And let's just say, things are not looking great. I have definitely not gained a crazy amount of weight, and I'm also not where I used to be like a year and a half ago, before I lost like 15 pounds. But I'm also not where I was last summer when I was feeling quite good about how I felt and how I looked, and when my clothes were fitting really well. And in hindsight, I feel like weighing myself this time around is just what I needed to finally get that kick in the butt and realize that I do need to do something. I had quite the revelation earlier today. I feel like I've been so stuck with trying to lose some more weight, and I think the one thing, well, 2 things that keep me stuck are, first of all, eating too much dark chocolate after lunch, and then the second thing is kind of being too lazy and not knowing what to eat for dinner. And I feel like dinner is usually where I slip up the most, and also it's just where I don't have a lot of calories left, like not enough calories to make an actual satisfying meal. And one thing I've learned for myself is that I do a lot better with having fewer but bigger and more satisfying meals. And so today I finally came up with the idea, which is to just skip my afternoon snack and actually make that my dinner and also have an early dinner, because I feel like having dinner at 9 p.m. is not exactly ideal. But yeah, I feel like I've been holding on to this idea that I can't make it through an afternoon without having like something to eat in between, like before dinner. And I think it's all in my head. Because yeah, I do tend to get a little bit hungry, or I feel like I could eat something at around 4 or 5 p.m., but it's not like I'm starving or anything. But anyway, that's what I came up with while sitting in a meeting earlier this morning, and I'm actually quite excited to be trying this. And I feel like that's finally gonna help me with getting back on track with my diet and losing weight. Anyway, I'm gonna have lunch now. And the cats are having lunch as well.
Hmm? Now what are you saying? Huh? Sweet bear.
Oh yeah, by the way, we finally had someone come in to check our dishwasher, and it's like officially broken. It would cost like 400 euros to get it fixed. And it hasn't been working properly for years. It's not cleaning our dishes as well as we would like. So yeah, we ended up buying a new one today, which was not exactly planned for. But yeah, to be fair, I'm also quite excited to have a new proper functioning dishwasher. I guess that's another very grown-up joy in my life, getting a new dishwasher. It's 4:30 and I'm on my way to the office. Since a lot of people are leaving my company, there have been a lot of farewell emails and now farewell events. And that's the only reason I'm going to the office today. It wasn't actually planned, but I'm meeting a couple colleagues for dinner afterwards, basically just around the corner from our office. And so it makes sense. Farewell event done. I'm on my way to dinner now. I'm on my way home from the farewell and our dinner tonight. The farewell was a little bit depressing because so many people are leaving, but the dinner was super nice. And I feel quite lucky to be part of this group of people who have such like deep conversations. I feel like especially among colleagues, it's not exactly the norm. But yeah, I think a lot of people in my company are just very like self-aware, looking to develop themselves further, and it's always just really interesting to talk to, especially this small group of people. And yeah, I wanted to add regarding last night, like the colleagues I met up with, that I thought it was so interesting. I feel like it really takes time to get to know people on a deeper level. Well, it depends. With some people, you get there quite fast, and with others, it just takes time. And yeah, just last night we were all talking about like our aspirations. And the one girl, she's actually thinking of going back to being a freelancer and like also kind of starting her own business. And then the guy's doing the same thing. And they both have like sort of a passion. I don't really like the word passion. It sounds so grand. But anyway, they have like their own little passion projects that they've been working on for a while. And they're not even looking to do this full time. but just something to do on the side. And I feel like that's something a lot of people take on, like the older they get, they're looking for something more or something outside of their 9 to 5 that fulfills them. And I mean, for me personally, that started in my early 30s when I had been working full time for a few years and started to wonder if that's it, if that's all that life has to offer, sort of. And yeah, after a lot of back and forth, for me, it turned out that YouTube is my little like passion side project. And they're probably gonna go more down the like consulting freelance route. Another friend of mine is very active in animal welfare. And I think it's also kind of cool that you can kind of like reinvent or like find yourself outside your 9 to 5 while still having a 9 to 5. And for the longest time, I thought I would have to or want to do like YouTube or like my own business full time. And now I'm not even too sure. Like after everything I've experienced over the last few years, I feel like it's also kind of nice and grounding to be settled in your 9 to 5 and maybe even ideally not do it 5 days a week. I'm a massive fan of only working 4 days a week, which I did actually for a while last summer. But then I realized that the money is a little bit tight. But yeah, just having this realization that you don't have to do something full time and can just do whatever makes you happy besides a 9 to 5 is kind of liberating, because that way you feel less boxed in, I think. But yeah, today is another very normal work day. Not too many meetings at all, actually. So I will be getting plenty of time to focus on things that I need to get done. And then tonight we're actually gonna use up the leftovers from our pad thai. We still have some like tofu and bean sprouts and spring onions. And then tomorrow we're actually gonna get our new dishwasher delivered. So that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this vlog. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.